Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to What's Brewing. Today I'm sitting down with Shannon Bares, the owner and operator of Farmers Drugs and Gifts out of Youngsville, Louisiana, for part two of her interview. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful B-roll. Shannon, thank you so much for joining us again.
My pleasure.
So, if people didn't catch the first interview, if you could just tell them who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Shannon Bares. I am born and raised in Youngsville, Louisiana. My husband and I owned a business. It's Farmers Drugs and Gifts, which has been here for a very long time. And I'm just very active in our community.
That's awesome. So in the last interview where we left off, we learned a little bit how you were one of the people that helped start up the Youngsville Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
So who were the other people that were involved in the startup process?
Originally, we had 4 people. It was Jennifer Groh, who owned a small cafe. I think it was called Village Cafe at that time. Michael Hebert, who was a financial advisor for Edward Jones. Chris Hebert, who was I think a local accountant maybe, and myself, who owned Farmers Drugs and Gifts with my husband.
That's awesome. So the process of getting that off the ground, what were some of the people you had to contact to start seeing how to get this organization to start coming together?
Well, we contacted the mayor of Youngsville, and he was very interested in growing the business community. Youngsville is mostly residential, and at that time he was trying to get more business into town. We have 2 major highways that run through our city, so he was trying to get more businesses into our city. Mm-hmm. So we contacted him. He was very interested. He attended meetings. Like I said, it was very small in the beginning. I think we had a total of 10 members. Cool. But my aunt, who was actually a branch manager at Community First Bank, they were new to the area at that time. We had a few more that joined in the beginning, but it was very slow to grow because, like I said, in the beginning we didn't have that many businesses in Youngsville. That has changed quite a bit since then.
I feel like since 2006 to now, it's just like the great Youngsville explosion.
Correct. Correct. We definitely got in at the beginning of it, of the boom. So, but it took a while to grow, but it really it's taken off. The Youngsville Chamber has grown tremendously in those years.
So from when you guys had the dream and starting it
Mm-hmm.
to now,
Mm-hmm.
so what is it like now, seeing where it's at from where you know it began at?
Well, it's just so much bigger. If I'm not mistaken, we have well over 130 members maybe. Whereas, like I said in the beginning, we had 10. It's much more organized and official. In the beginning, you know, it was a president, a vice president, a treasurer, and a secretary. That was pretty much our board at that point. And, you know, we had meetings in small cafes, different places throughout the community, trying to get the word out that we did have a chamber and you know, we wanted businesses to join. The meetings were very casual and low attendance at first, whereas now our meetings are very well attended. Different social events. We have after hours, we have luncheons, we have just events, fundraising events throughout the year. So it's a lot of changes, but good changes.
And then from what you said last one, you also sit on city council.
Mm-hmm.
So how was it? You know, you've served in the chamber realm.
Mm-hmm.
You helped start it. You were president of it. Now you're board member at large.
Mm-hmm.
How was it transitioning for something like that to then being on a city council position?
There was no overlap really. What the chamber did for me was give me confidence in being able to present myself to a large body of people much more professionally than when we first started out. It's just, I'm very shy and not very outgoing, which when you hear about all the stuff I do, you wouldn't think that, but it's true. So, I mean, it gave me the courage to take that position, and I found I enjoyed it. It didn't infringe at all on what I was doing with the board for the chamber. So if they had had some kind of conflict, I would have recused myself, but we did well.
That's awesome. So in the span of from mid-2000s to now, you have bought a business, you have started a chamber of commerce, you have served on many other things in the community, and you're also now serve on city council.
Well, I was appointed to the city council. It was for a brief period of time, 9 months.
Okay.
One of the council people passed away, so I served the end of his term, and someone just got elected for the new four-year period. Correct. So my last official day is the last day of this year.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Would you ever consider maybe running again in the future?
Probably. I really enjoyed it. I met a lot of people. You make good connections, and you know, I was born here. I was raised here. I love this community. It's the way it's grown is outstanding. The mayor has done a great job in how he's growing our community, and it's a great place to live. Our schools are great. The people are great. It's a growing community, and it's large in the sense of the amount of people we have, but it's still close knit. You know, neighbors helping neighbors.
So I guess if you could tell the younger you that was growing up in Youngsville that when you're older, you'll have done all this within your city. What do you think the younger you would have reacted?
They wouldn't have believed it. I really was a very shy child to myself. I didn't have a lot of friends. I've grown, you know. You own a business, you have 4 children. You learn, you grow, you expand your horizons, and that's what I've done. And I enjoy doing stuff for my town.
Yes, sir. Well, last question. If there was a piece of advice through your journey of owning a business to everything you've done in the community, if there's a piece of advice you could give to people that are younger that would want to maybe eventually go on that journey, what would something like that be?
Wow. I would say that they need to put themselves out there when there is something that interests them. Join. When you join, you attend. Don't join something just to have your name in an organization. When you're in an organization, you participate. It doesn't always have to be as a board member, it doesn't always have to be in a position, but to go to the meetings, to learn what's going on, to make connections to other people. That's what's important, I think.
Awesome. Well, Shannon, thank you so much for sitting down. It's great getting to hear your story and hear everything that you've been doing here in the city of Youngsville.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to do for us here over at What's Brewing. Thank you for joining us. If you liked what you see here, don't forget to hit that like button, crush that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell to keep up to date with videos as they come out. But until the next one, have a good one.